Welcome to this bodyweight circuit which focuses on speed. There are 8 exercises to complete, each lasting 45 seconds with a 10-second transition. That's one round. Complete 4 to 6 rounds with a 45-second rest in between rounds. Exercise number 1 is a rotational chop. Take a split stance, bend both knees as you rotate from side to side. Be up on one of the toes, the other foot is flat. Keep your eyes centered, looking at the hands or the thumb. Adjust the speed as you see fit. Speed it up to elevate the heart rate more. Slow it down to decrease the heart rate. Exercise number 2 is a variation of the mountain climber. So both hands are underneath the shoulders. I'm running both knees into the chest as a typical mountain climber would, but notice that I'm running from side to side as far as I can, in addition to running the knees into the chest. To regress this, revert back to a normal mountain climber, which just keeps the knees running into the chest from a central position. To increase the intensity, speed up the knees, and increase the range to which you go from side to side. Exercise number 3 is a variation to the plank. It's a dynamic version where I reach both hands alternatively to an object in front. Here I'm using a wall. You can use any other object to reach forward in an alternating fashion. To regress, feel free to come down to the knees, keeping stable in the hips and the torso and the feet. To increase the intensity, increase the speed of the reaches. To decrease, feel free to come to the knees. Okay, we're now going to work on the glutes and the hamstrings. This is called a single leg hip thrust. One foot is planted on the floor while I raise the hips up in the air with the other leg balanced in the air. Notice my floating leg is straight here, but if you wanted to regress and have a bend in that knee, that's also fine. I have my palms facing upwards to add a bit of instability, but feel free to have your hands down to add some more stability, to increase the tempo, to raise the heart rate. If you wanted to decrease, have a bend in the knee or slow it down. We're looking for full range, so squeeze your glutes at the very top. Back to another plank variation where my hands are underneath my shoulders. I've got a very wide stance. I'm up onto my toes. Notice I'm pushing my bum up into the air, and as I do that, I'm alternating reach to the opposite knee. So I push my hips back and reach the opposite knee, push the hips back and reach the opposite knee in an alternating fashion. To increase the intensity, go at more speed. To decrease, you can slow it down or hold a stereotypical plank. Next exercise is jab and crosses at speed in an alternating fashion. Both knees are soft. Most of the rotation is coming from my feet and my hips, not just from my shoulders. It's a total body exercise. You should be feeling this through your core, shoulders, back. To increase the intensity, increase the speed. To decrease the intensity, just lower the speed.
Every day you hustling.
On to our penultimate exercise, drop squats. So we start with both feet close to each other, and as I jump wide, I bend the knees at the same time. So I'm dropping into a low squat where I'm putting my bum down to the floor, increasing the load on the front of the legs and the quads. My chest stays up. Go wider and deeper to increase the intensity and increase the speed. To decrease the intensity, don't jump quite so low and slow the pace down. The last exercise is called fast feet on hands. My hands are underneath my shoulders and I simply run on the spot, lifting the heels up to the sky. Notice here, I'm actually bringing the knees into the body. I'm just showing you what not to do here. But what I'd like to do now is I'm going to revert back to lifting the heels up. So there's a slight variation. Make sure you're running on the spot, on the balls of your feet. Increase the speed to increase the intensity. Decrease the speed to decrease the intensity. Make sure your hips and core stay tight throughout. That's the first round complete. Take a 45-second rest and repeat the round again.